Yes, 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 yes. What is going on? My people, my people, my people. Oh my goodness, look, I am so tired. I've been staying up too late, too many times, and trying to wake up early because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do and a lot happening. But I'm still grateful. I'm grateful for Wednesdays. As you know, I'm grateful for these lives. So I guess in a lot of ways, it's all good. How have you been? What's been going on? How is things? How is life? Ooh. So I don't know how long I'm gonna go live for tonight. It might be a long time. I didn't advertise it. I didn't tell anyone that I'm going live. I'm just here live. And I'm really starting to think that I need to be a little bit more structured with this now. And I've been saying that for the longest time. And I think maybe it is coming, but you know, I've got a business to run, customers to take care of, and the live thing hasn't really been a priority, but it's becoming a priority, especially now that I'm here every Wednesday, almost without fail. So there's progress here, which is good. If I'm to recap, I think have I improved in my presentation? I could think of a bunch of ways I could do it. Do you know what? For someone who's had a video production background, I'm very chilled out about my video production. But yeah, I'm just having fun, just enjoying it. It's almost like a little bit of a therapy session sometimes. Well, I can't call it a therapy session, not really, but it's therapeutic. It certainly is therapeutic. Got my tea. Do you know what happened, right? I put the kettle on. Well, I've got a stove kettle that whistles, and had that kettle on, and it was going for I turned it on like 10 minutes before the live, so I could have my tea just before the live starts. And I was like, what's going on? Why is it taking so long to boil the kettle? What's happening? The water, why is the water taking so long to boil? And it was like 1 minute to go, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I looked in there, and the thing wasn't even on. The thing wasn't on. So I was like, do you know what? Play some tunes, go get my tea. And I don't think that water has boiled that fast before. And it's mainly because I normally put a lot of water in the kettle, which isn't good. But I was a bit better with my judgment this time. Do you do that? Or are you one of those people? You put too much water in the kettle when you're boiling it? Or do you put in the right amount? Yeah, I try to put in the right amount, but I always think it's not going to be enough. And I have this idea in my head that this is going to sound so silly. I have this idea in my head sometimes that when it starts boiling, half of the contents are going to, go up in steam, and it's going to go away, and I won't have enough water, so I'll end up putting more than enough quite often. Silly, I know. Actually, how much steam escapes? It can't be that much, can it? You know what I mean? Because it's got a cover and stuff. Anyway, were we here to talk about water? Boiling water? Yeah, what's one of those things? Like I've been looking at ways to improve my public speaking, but it's like some people say that you can talk about anything when you're doing public speaking. And I guess it's kind of true. You should be able to speak about anything without, having to make up too much. So making boiling water, the act of boiling water and making tea, making that exciting. Am I capable of doing that? Of course I am. I think anyone is, with a bit of practice. So yeah, speaking of which, today I had an interesting conversation with our sales assistant, and he watched me record 2 videos. So what we're doing is, right, so my company TechRec, we make websites, and we do a bit more than websites. We advise in marketing strategy and that kind of stuff as well. And we do some social media, we do some marketing, we do some copywriting, we do some logo, a bit of branding, a little bit of things to help people get off to a right start when they're starting or trying to grow their business. Anyway, so one of our strategies was to reach out. So it's all cold calling. So we're reaching out to some people, and then we're going to show them our how their website could be improved with a short video. So I recorded 2 videos, which are like 5 minutes long. And the plan is and was, because we did it, was to send these out to some potential audience, potential target audience of some potential customers. And he says to me, how did you do that? Did you do that all in one take? I was like, yeah, one take. And he goes, man, that's amazing. And then so did another one, and he was like, how are you doing this? It's like, well, you know what? I've had some practice with public speaking, and part of the training was that I should be able to have a conversation about anything. I should be able to speak about anything. And so I said to him, pick a topic, any topic, talk, and I'll talk about it. And so he decided to say cinemas, and I went off on one. And it was amazing because I hadn't done that for ages, but it's a great task to do. If you're kind of nervous or anxious about doing any kind of public speaking, it's a really good exercise to do, to just have someone, a group of friends, a person, someone who loves and cares about you, or in some cases, it might be a stranger. You get someone on in front of you and you say, give me a topic to talk about. And you just talk about it. And you go on for a little bit, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, or maybe you just have a conversation with them about anything. It's a great skill to have, and it keeps your mind sharp, I've found. In fact, when I was at university, a few of us used to do this. We'd have a conversation about anything, and we'll take that conversation absolutely anywhere. Stuff we didn't know about, we'll have a conversation about it, and each person will have a chance to speak. I think like when you're at university or college or you're around smart people, it gives you a chance to like really sharpen up your mind and helps you to be a sharp thinker and a sharp speaker as well. So that was a great exercise. So yeah, am I capable of talking about boiling water and making that exciting? Maybe I am. Sounds like a challenge. Hey, Cooking and DIY, how you doing? Welcome to the show. It's good to have you. Good to see you. You're looking cool as always. Super Mama Mindset. That is the Mrs. Alexander right there. Yeah. Are you agreeing that I can talk about anything? Like, you're agreeing that I can make the topic of boiling water exciting? All is well. Yes, good. We got to give thanks, man. We got to be grateful, you know. Today, speaking of being grateful and gratitude. Yes to what, babe? Speaking of being grateful and gratitude, this morning I was sulking. I was feeling tired. And I was just like, I don't even know if I want to go to work today. There's so much work to do, but I just wanted to get back in bed. I didn't go back in bed. And I had a meeting and I wanted to get into the office for this meeting, and I couldn't get there in time because I was doing some other stuff at home. And the plan was to have the meeting. The plan was to have the meeting at home and then go to another meeting close by. That meeting got cancelled, and I thought, all right, cool, I'll just get into the office. And I was just like, I don't really want to go. And then after the meeting, and I did a few more stuff at home, you know, say goodbye to the wife and kids, and off I went. And I've got an electric scooter. So there was someone in front of me, and I was ringing my bell. I was going really slowly, ringing my bell, and it must have been like 30 seconds, maybe almost a minute. And he didn't hear me. So I went up quite close to him so he can see me in the corner of his eye. And I was so glad I met this guy, because he was, we had a great chat. He's a graphic designer. He's done some really cool things. I probably should have told him that I've got a YouTube live and I can tell him that I'm talking about it, but he's an amazing graphic designer. He showed me his work, and I was just like, I'm so glad that we had this conversation. And I felt really grateful that I was able to interact with him, because I was trying to, you know, look at engaging with some other graphic designers. And it's like, yeah, cool. There's someone, and I knew someone who needed a graphic designer, and it's like I was able to introduce him to someone else like 5 minutes later who needed a graphic designer. And it just felt really great that I was able to help someone, even though I was so sulky this morning and I didn't really want to go to work. So that was really cool. I'm really grateful that happened, because that put a little bit of a little bit of spring in my step after this morning. So that was really good. Cooking and DIY. What can I call you for short? CAD. That don't sound cool. CAD. Cooking and DIY. I don't know what I'll call you for short. But yeah, we should absolutely collaborate. 100%. I think that would be amazing. I I will talk about I'll talk about food. I think if we collaborate, what's going to be on the menu? What would we have on the menu if we collaborate? Curry goat, Jamaican style. That's 100% must. That's a must. Do you know what? Curry goat and rice and peas, Jamaican style, is one of those meals that I don't eat a lot. And the reason for that is because it's so special to me. Like, that's my favorite. Yeah, definitely my favorite food. Curry goat and rice, Jamaican style. Yeah. So definitely, if we're doing a collab, curry goat have to be there. 100%. What would be DIY? Am I good at DIY? It's funny because I'm anti DIY for websites, right? But other DIY, I'm all for it. Jerk chicken, oxtail stew. Do you know what? I don't know about the oxtail. That's not my favorite thing. Yeah, jerk chicken I can deal with. I can eat jerk chicken a bit more regularly. I would be okay if my mind said to me no more jerk chicken, but I would not be okay if my mind said no more curry goat. Yeah, the first time, so I gave up. I gave up meat for Lent a few years ago. I was a pescatarian during Lent. I was a vegetarian. I don't remember. But I gave up meat. And I would go to these events where my Jamaican family were at. And I'll go to church and then there's all this stuff and there'll be curry goat. And I'm like, I cannot enter the room. Why? I shouldn't do this. Like, I'm going to want to eat curry goat. Yeah, I just couldn't. But yeah, oxtail, I'm not a big, like, I'll eat it, but I think the idea of the tail of an ox, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. You probably wouldn't see me order that from a shop, from like a Caribbean takeaway. If I go to someone's house and they offer it, then absolutely I'll eat it. I'll devour any Caribbean food, to be honest. Even okra, like, I didn't like okra. Okay, okra isn't really a Caribbean food, but a lot of people in Caribbean eat okra. But that wasn't something that I would desire. Do you know what I mean? But now I'll stomach it. You know, I'll handle that. Yeah. What are the Jamaican foods? So what else is going to be on the menu? What else are we going to have on the menu? And what are we going to be fixing? What are we going to do? We have to take this offline and plan something. I'm really excited about this. Can you tell? I'm like, first YouTube collaboration. Would we do it live or would we record it? Ooh, do we record it and do it live? Yeah, we should definitely do a collaboration. Okay, I'm going to calm down now. I'm a little bit too hyped about this. Oxtail is probably one of the more expensive takeaways. I wouldn't know because I've never ordered it from a Caribbean shop. I've never even looked at it. Why is oxtail a bit more costly than everything else? I guess, well, it might be obvious in it. They're not a lot of tails. In comparison to the rest of that, it's scarce. Demand is high, supply is low. Okay, there we go. That's probably the reason. Are you guys enjoying the music? I want to switch it up. Maybe, I don't know when I'm going to do this, but at some point I would like to switch it up and get a different flavor, but I don't know what that is. And I need to make sure that when I do change it, it's okay for me to have the music on YouTube. Because I think sometimes if you've got music that's not with the right license, they can turn your audio off. I think that happens. So got to bear that in mind if we're looking at doing that. So yeah, cool. Music is perfect. Anything I suggest. All right. I'm all for that. I'm up for that. That's cool. So yeah, look, today I didn't really have anything planned. It's mainly because I'm tired, and it's really interesting doing this live stuff actually, because I haven't sent it out to all of my contacts. So I was making my way through the A's and people that I know. Then I went through the B's of people that I know, and the C's. And these are all people that I know wouldn't be annoyed with me sending them when I'm going live, right? But then the other day I was just like, you know what? I feel like I'm annoying people, and I don't like to do that. Do you know what I mean? Some people say, don't worry about it. We're glad that you remind us. Some people say, why didn't you remind me? But I thought, what would happen if I didn't remind people that I'm going live, if I didn't advertise it? Would anyone show up? And some people have showed up in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep trying to do that. I'm actually looking at ways of growing the channel. And I think if I'm going to be doing that, I should probably be a bit more intentional in how these lives are and what they're about. Maybe getting some guests on to just talk. I think that would be really, really cool. But then I have to organize that. And am I in a position at the moment? I'm having a conversation with myself here. Am I in a position to organize that? Because what I do like about showing up on a Wednesday is that it's very chilled. Like, I just show up and I'm here. I have a conversation with anyone who wants to come on. I'm documenting some aspects of my life that will live on the YouTube forever, which is awesome if you could think about it. You know, like in comparison to like writing on scrolls from like 1,000 years ago, you'd write on your scrolls and your words that you've wrote will just live on forever as long as the paper doesn't go missing. But now in a digital form, your video, your interaction, the way you behave, like someone can get to know you by watching your video, and that's on the internet for anyone to find. It's like, it's so amazing. Yeah, I have been consistent. I have been really consistent. And that's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be consistent with it. And I really do look forward to Wednesdays for multiple of reasons. I look forward to Wednesday nights for a good amount of reasons. And I do enjoy it. It's just one of those things, actually. It's like, do you know what? I wanted to make sure that I'm doing stuff that I enjoy. I enjoy my work. And I enjoy looking after our clients and serving them at the highest level possible. And I enjoy working with people and helping them to start business. But a lot of it is just work. You know, it's work. And when it starts to feel like work, even though you're enjoying it, it can feel like it's just work. And I don't really have a lot of extracurricular activities that I do, you know? So like family, and what else do I do? Maybe I watch the occasional movie, but it's not like a hobby that I have. Do you know what I mean? So it's mainly work. The videos that I watch on YouTube, it's a lot about work. It's about, you know, personal development. It's about sales and marketing. That's stuff that I'm interested in. The stuff that I read is usually along those lines, something to do with business as well. That's just where I'm at the moment. And it's really good to just come on here and just have a conversation, and it's not really work. So going back to my point is that if I decide to take it a little bit more seriously, a bit more intentional, then it might start to feel like work. There's nothing wrong with that, I suppose, as long as I'm enjoying it. And yeah, maybe, I don't know. We'll see how I feel. It's very much a feeling thing. It's very much a feeling thing. And I'm really glad that I've been able to be consistent. And I'm really happy for all of you guys who come on here and watch it live and interact. And for those of you who watch after, those of you who press the little like button, who share, who comment, subscribe with the bell notification. It's really good. It's really good to hang out. Some people say it's been inspiring. I've had some good feedback, you know. Where are the haters? I'm not doing something right? I was thinking about that today, actually. People talk a lot about haters, and maybe I'm completely oblivious to it, or Like, I'm not doing anything yet, and the haters aren't showing up. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I think I'm gonna be, I get excited easily, isn't it? I get excited easily. When I did the first live, the first person that's tuned on, I was excited. I was like, oh, the first viewer on my live, woo! I was excited. Then there was 3 people. I was like, 3 people, wow! And then there was like whatever the number was. I was like, wow, this is the most I've had. I got excited about that. So I think whenever that happens, this is not an invitation for you to be malicious in the comments section, whoever is watching. But I think I'll be excited when there is a little bit of a confrontational or some kind of, I don't really want to call it hate. I feel like hate is a strong word, but that's what it's called. I'm probably going to be excited by that. Anyway, laughing at my own jokes. What shall I talk about? What shall we talk about? As usual, if you want to jump on and have a conversation, you want to get involved, here's the link. I'll see you when you show up in the studio and we can conversate. Yeah. Is this link on YouTube? It is, and it's starred, which means that you can always see it. That's cool. I'm still learning. At some point, I would like to get rid of this. You know what? On YouTube, I think it's on this side. The StreamYard thing. At some point, I would like to get rid of it. Because whenever I'm talking, I'm looking at the screen, I keep seeing this duck. And I'm thinking, it's so big. It's taking up my space. It needs to be about me. It's all about me. Remove from stream. There we go. I'm back. I still don't know what I'm doing. Still don't know how to use this thing. Figuring it out as we go along. That's what it's about. So if you're watching this after it's been live, feel free to comment as well, Feel free to press that like button. Push it. Smash it, as they say on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So for the past few weeks, don't expect an invitation, and I'm not going to tell you what my my username is, but I've been going live on Twitch. I've been going on live on Twitch after the YouTube live, and it's been, hey, good to have you, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's been great. See you next time. We'll talk about that collaboration soon. Yeah, and I've been going live on Twitch after the YouTube lives, and it's been really interesting because it's a whole new world, and the layout of Twitch is different from YouTube. The way people interact is different. There's a whole community vibe that's going on there. It's really interesting, and it's been really it's been really fascinating to see. So I've been going live on there, and I've made some friends on Twitch. Can you believe it? I've made some friends over on Twitch, and it's been really cool. I don't think I'm going to go live on Twitch tonight, though, because I am feeling tired. But my voice is sounding nice. There's one viewer, and I think I know who that viewer is. And I want to find a song that I could dedicate to that viewer. I want to find a song, but I don't know. Ooh, perfect. This song is called Beautiful because she's beautiful. I might do a little rap. Beautiful. Are you saying yes, please, to the rapping? I know you like it when I rap. This is a show for all. This show is for an audience of one. Ladies and gentlemen, this song is called Beautiful, and it goes out to my darling wife. Someone get me a radio show. I think I need to have a radio show now. I think that needs to be the next thing. Let's Talk needs to be on radio. Let's Talk needs to be on radio. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. It needs to get on radio. Radio. People on radio. Let's make this happen. You know, I'll lower my voice like this. Get really close to the mic. You know? Get on radio. We'll spit some truth. We'll talk about the real things. If I was to have a radio show, well, obviously I have the ability of being consistent, but what would we talk about? Would we talk about anything? I don't know if it would be about anything. Would it be? I don't know. Maybe. I think from a young age, I've always wanted to go on radio. So I've got this friend back home in Nevis. His name's Malcolm. And wait, did he have a radio show? He did have a radio show. Well, he certainly worked at a radio and TV stations. And I think I saw him in there doing a couple of stuff. And I was like, wow, man, this guy's so cool, you know, and he is actually really cool. And I was like, yeah, I want to have a radio show like this guy one day. I remember standing outside the radio station. There's like a big glass soundproof window, so you could be outside and see what's happening on the inside with the records and stuff. And I just thought that was so cool. I just thought that was the coolest thing. And when I was able to go into the studio, my mind was blown. And that's the moment I truly fell in love with media. I really fell in. I can look back then. I think I might have been 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. Yeah, I was really young. And I was just like blown away. There's like green screens, there's like massive cameras, there's mixers, there's people doing stuff. It was just like, it was awesome. That's when I fell in love with media. Yeah, fast forward many years and I'm still involved in media in so many different ways. Kind of scaling back now though, actually, kind of settling down on the media stuff. But it's still here because look, you know, radio, YouTube, is a media. My eye is itchy. Woo, what's going on? See that? If you've been here for the last 2 weeks, you know I've been struggling. I can breathe again. Yeah, so I got wet again today, guys. I got wet again today. Last Sunday, I got wet. And today, it's my fault. I should have left work earlier. And I didn't. And when I left work, it started to drizzle. And I thought to myself, what am I going to do? This is England, yo. So I was like, just get on with it and go home. You know, I had a meeting to go to as well. I was contemplating having that meeting in a hotel nearby. I thought, whatever. I'll just brave it. So I hope that this reoccurring cold that's been happening for the last 2 or 3 months doesn't come back or stay. And I think I'll probably sweat it out tomorrow at the gym. You've had the song was called Beautiful. What, do you expect me to stop talking? Radio silence. You can't be silent on radio, babe. That's the song was called Beautiful. Well, unless I could dedicate this song to you, it's called Bikini Palm Trees. That'll make no sense. Bikinis, palm trees. Listen, all the songs are dedicated to you tonight. Unless by song you mean stop it. So, look, it's 9 o'clock. I usually stay on for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Oh, you thought I was gonna sing? That's cute. Oh, you thought I was gonna sing. Okay, I'll sing then. Yeah, did you like it? Did you like those bars I just spat? Because obviously, you know, I got bars for days. Oh, Yeah. So it's getting darker earlier now, and it's staying darker for later. So that means that the nights are longer and the days are getting shorter, which can only mean one thing: summer has come and gone. Well, it hasn't come and gone, it's still here. But it's, summer's coming to an end. All right, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to go and catch me some Zeds, and we will be back next Wednesday, same day, similar time. That's either 8 or 8:30, depending on, what I decide. And we will do this all again. I think I will decide on a topic during the week if I can, if I have time to. If I don't, we'll just jump on and chat. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite some people and say, come on my live next Wednesday. Do you want to? And see what they say. How does that sound? If you're watching after this has been live and you made it this far, please let me know. What do you think? I think that's a good idea, and I'm going to try it. So it's been real, as usual. It's been great to have you. So keep on keeping on, keep on believing, keep on pressing, keep on reaching towards your goals, keep on striving for excellence, keep on keeping on, brother. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the week. See you next time. Peace in, peace out.